Did I finish this yet? Yes, but we gotta wait 4 days for rewards, man. I can't wait though. Alright, everybody, welcome back to the channel. OG here. So, we're gonna get right into business today, but I gotta start with one last crazy story that is related to goals, but not in a good way, right? However, I think one day we'll look back and kind of laugh at it because it is truly a crazy story. So I'm gonna try to give you the short version, but the details, and then after this, we put it all to bed. So, once upon a time, in an alpha stage of a game, we're playing, minding our own business, and next thing you know, we get messaged. Random person, and essentially what it looks like is a player that is younger, wanted to enjoy the game of goals, wanted to be part of a community, and he was bullied. He was used as a punching bag for everyone's entertainment. And obviously we all don't like bullies, right? I don't think there's even bullies that grow up and eventually don't like how they used to be and don't like bullies. And so that's what it looked like. I had every reason to believe based on what was said and some pictures that I received. Now, I also know, because I've been the victim of this myself, that it's very easy to spin a story to your liking, to clip certain things that were said at a certain point where it makes the other person look bad, and I'm well aware of that. So, this in particular person was saying he was bullied by a particular group of people that are larger voices in the community. Very good players that have been very helpful to the game for a long time. And so I'm seeing these screenshots, I'm hearing what he's saying, and you guys who have been part of this community know how I am, right? I look at rats, these type of bullies, this type of situation, I look at it all the same. Right? I've done things like this before where I'm trying to help the little guy, so to speak. And even though I can definitely be misunderstood when I'm going after these ratty players as provocative or toxic myself, it's always coming from a good place. And so this was too. Now, I'm not naive. I know that there's two sides to every story. However, there was, and I don't want to share all this stuff because I'm not trying to just kick somebody while they're down or even just try to pile up on I'm sure he's pretty embarrassed right now once I keep going with this story. But the bottom line is there was one particular message where it was talking about a ton of targets. They were chased away and they're scared to come out. Right? Because if it's one person, it's a little like, okay, why would they only do this to one person? Well, wouldn't you know, like clockwork, another message comes from somebody, and I can say their name, and I'll tell you why in a bit, Corky, who basically says the same thing. Please don't say my name. I don't want them to come after me, but these guys are terrible people. They took me to a very dark place, yada, yada, yada. And that one was really the one that like was the slam dunk where it was like, okay, it's war, right? These guys are bullies. This is a great game. The devs are doing great, and they're bringing this huge negativity to the game. They just so happen to reach out to me. I'm not going to leave these guys hanging. It is war. And you know once there's war, it's war, all gloves are off, right? There's no reason. It's just these guys are bullying clearly what seem to be younger players that wanted to be part of the community that, were really insecure, and so this stuff affected them, right? Even though with me I have thick skin, it would be kind of silly for them. It was a big deal, and I could see that. So I'm going at it. And at that point, there is no looking at other options. It's just like, okay, this is way too big of a coincidence. This must be a widespread thing. As I'm speaking out about this, more and more players will come out of the woodwork. If you remember, during this time, I mean, it's just the past few days, but I was saying, guys, don't be afraid to come back to goals. Guys, go ahead and private message me. I know you're out there. Because I'm thinking I'm talking to a bunch of people. That's what I was told. And then because of this second person coming right after the first, it's like, this can't be a coincidence. Right? Even though it was widely suspected it was only one person, I was like, no, look, I have proof there's more. Okay, so fast forward. and we finally get on a stream, get on some calls, and I'll skip through a lot of the middle stuff, but finally I'm able to get the other side of it, seeing some messages from a larger perspective, right? And it was pretty clear that this wasn't just some scared bullied kid that was sitting in the corner wanting to be part of the group, the community, and just a punching bag. That whole picture that was painted was false. Clearly. It's clear as day. Again, I'm not sharing the messages to not pile it on, but just trust me. Not only was that evident, but there's some pretty messed up stuff said that would definitely offend certain people. Okay? And if, like, the first message I saw was, maybe that could just be banter. But as they went forward, it's, okay, that's pretty bad, right? Can't defend that at all. Because at this point, I'm defending someone that's by themselves, and I'm locked in. I'm not just going to leave this person hanging, and then it eventually starts getting more and more clear. But the kicker of this whole thing was this. Ronald, who actually is hilariously funny. He is a wild guy. I'm sure he would tell you that himself, but he is funny. And he decided to do something that actually kind of hurt the credibility that I was giving this larger group, because once this person told me about these bullies, Ronald decided to make believe as the other quirky guy. So that was never real. But what he did was say all these terrible things that he and his group of friends did, right? I guess as a troll. But it ended up making me believe it more, because it backed up this other guy's story that there was a bunch of victims of this bullying. So it actually help the dude sell the story he was giving me. Obviously, Ronald didn't mean to do that, but that's what it did. So that's what was the glue to this whole thing that goes, okay, now it's on. Because the quirky guy, the made-up message, was very heartfelt, and it was like, damn, that's really messed up. This dude was really hurt. The other dude was hurt. This dude was really hurt. So finally it comes out. He says, no, this was me the whole time. None of this was real. And of course that starts making, the dominoes fall even more. Because now, wait a second. There's only one person as suspected. This other thing was made up. Nobody else came out of the woodwork when there were supposedly a bunch of targets. And then I'm seeing all these other messages on the other side of it that did not match at all the story being painted. And all the while, I wanted to finally talk to this person, because I'm a reasonable guy. I wanted to see why he did this, because it looked very clear to me then that I was pretty much a mark. Maybe he saw that I had a channel, a way that he could maybe push his agenda, and I could, start bashing these guys out loud, and it would help him out. I don't know. Because as this was unfolding and the other side was coming out, he deletes all of his accounts and takes off. Every account gone. So I can't even confront him, ask any questions, nothing. Right? As the cops say, innocent people don't run. Not to quote the cops, but I'm just saying. So, what I'm getting at here is, I was coming from a place of caring for someone that I thought needed help. I'm not trying to be a hero or anything, but it's just like what I would hope anybody else would do for someone who is getting bullied. And it was all perfect timing with this quirky made-up thing, because he let it ride for days, man. He let it ride for days. At first, maybe you could think, oh, maybe it's a made-up thing, but that's pretty wild to do. And because the messages were so detailed and heartfelt, and it matched up with this other guy's story, it was a perfect storm. So, if you know, you know, and I just want to say, forget about all that stuff. Because it ended up being an agenda, and it's not fair to not clarify it just for anybody that got a bad taste like I did based on a false narrative. So hopefully that's clear, because the truth is, as you see on my new cover, this is a great community with great players. By the way, wait till you see the video tomorrow where Marceau, one of these guys that was falsely accused, shows just how good this game can be. I mean, he absolutely destroys me in this game. And yes, my boy Boomfa pointed out in that game when you watch it tomorrow, please note that some of the ratty stuff, it was forced by both of us. Because he was making a very valid point about the broken through balls. I was making a point, well, at least you can try to defend him in other games you can't. And so they were kind of like proving, like showing each other what we were talking about in that game. But make no mistake about it, he could do whatever he wanted on that pitch. He is a whole different level of player, right? So when you see the video and you see where goals, and I haven't seen Marky yet either. I'm sure they're all up there with that just ridiculous level of play for goals. It really shows you what you can aspire to in this game. So check out that video tomorrow. Make sure you support Marceau. He's got Marceau1337 on Twitch, on YouTube as well. He's one of the best players in the world, and if you like this game, love this game, promote him, and also you can watch the tournaments, compete in the tournaments that he hosts. But the biggest thing is showcasing the top players that we have over here. It allows everyone to see just what this game's capable of. It tears down that narrative that this is just a cartoon character arcade game, because it's far from that. And when you see that level of goals at that high level, you really see what this game can produce. And so, in that sense, I'm super glad this happened this way, and it wasn't true what was said, because what sucked about it is a lot of those falsely accused are some of the best players in the world at this game, and that would have been terrible to have had, like, okay, this big group of bullies that's also incredible, because those are the players that you want to push so that people can really see how good goals is at its very finest. Now, the next thing what that, tailors into is my journey to improving goals. Now, as you can see, got to rank 2, which I'm very freaking proud of. I've always held like rank doesn't matter in alpha, and I stand by that in the sense that the full release, there will be changes made. Some players, right, the game will change so much that they drop seriously in rank because they're relying on certain things that are gone. Other players will adapt and either stay a similar rank or even improve. But the biggest thing why rank doesn't matter is because what you should be doing in the alpha is trying to improve constantly. So when full release comes, you're as good as you can be. And that's where we're going to work on stuff today. Because even though I have this quality ranking that I'm, like, again, very proud of, because there are absolute beasts in this game that are extremely skilled, right? So I'm proud of being able to earn up to this point, and hopefully I continue to get higher. But the biggest point above that, the most important thing, is improving. So as it says in this title, we're going to go through tournaments, not only working on our play without through balls, because what is totally evident is that I do force through balls a lot. And when you see these players at the level of Marceau, Marky, and these guys, I haven't seen Marky, but I just know, based on you see his rankings, right? You see this skill. Like, here's Marceau, who absolutely destroyed me. Clearly, incredible record, one of the best. And here's Marky, number 1. Marceau 7. You're in another obviously fantastic player in a mod that was unfortunately part of this false narrative, so I deeply apologize to him. Clearly a great player who's also volunteering his time to help as a mod too, so it's pretty unfair kind of how he was in the crossfire. I hope he just understands that it was coming from a place where I thought I was doing the right thing. But all these guys, man, obviously they're very good players, right? I happen to play this Yo guy. Did pretty good against him at the start. We had a pretty close game, and then he pulled away. Just a fantastic player. Selcho, haven't played yet. Who else have I played? Ronald. I played for that short second, literally. Now I wish I would have stayed longer at the time. I had my thoughts about him, but clearly a very good player. You keep going down here. There's Corb, and then Lord became. It's crazy because he was a guy who I played, and within 5 minutes he scored these crazy goals from these crazy angles, and I still have yet to see another player do that. And I also have seen many players comment on those crazy goals he's scoring from every angle. They're typically like low finesse shots. But he figured something out, man, because it was the craziest thing, and his skill is immaculate. But it's interesting to see him at 45, so I don't know. I've seen some players talk about maybe that was just certain, things that he understands about the alpha. But to me, he was incredible, so I have to see him more. It was just interesting to see. Algerino, I know he's a great player. Tuca is a great player. We have battles. I beat him 2-1. Then he's beat me twice after that 2-1. Beat this Tyrion 69, and then there I am right there. Right? So, every player above me that I've at least played that I know of are freaking fantastic, which is a great sign, but it doesn't mean that I stop there. It doesn't mean that I'm happy with how I'm playing, because I do need to improve, and I do need to work on not forcing those through balls so much, because if they're on, they're on. But when they're not, you cough up possession, and in tight games, that's the worst thing you can do. You do not want to give up your chances to score to give your opponents chances to score, obviously. So that's what this is all about. I already went through and won this tournament. And so the rewards aren't as high. So make sure you go through at least and win it once, and then the rewards go down, but they're repeatable. So at least win it once, as you see I won it here. But then you can use it to practice, and you don't have to worry about the rank and this and that. And not that even some people don't. You want to play ranked and do it, who cares? For me, I have to come off some cap a little bit. Clearly, I do care. Let's be honest. Right? And it's mainly because that's what you're aiming for. I mean, competing, aiming for something, just like trophies don't mean anything. It's like how you perform on the pitch and that you're champion that really matters. But at the end of it, you want your damn trophy. You want your medal, right? It's kind of like that, especially when there's such beastly players and you're proud of where you're at amongst those other great players. But with that said, the most important part isn't that quote-unquote trophy or rank, right? Hey, what's up, buddy? I had no idea that was you. And so that's the go through this bad boy. We're going to try out all the different formations, and we're going to work on no through balls. So if we get our ass kicked, we get our ass kicked. If we play a formation that's bad, we'll see how it works. You can see what I'm playing here, and this honestly is inspired by when I played Marceau, which again, you'll see that tomorrow. I'm going to start showcasing all of these insanely good players because it's great for goals. Tomorrow's the first one, which is Marceau. And you're just going to see him destroy me. But what you see more than that is what he's able to do defensively and offensively and just what this game's capable of. So can't wait for you guys to see that. Hopefully you guys can help me blow that video up so I can showcase him. But I'm going to keep going down the list. I'd like to get gameplay from Markey. I want to get gameplay from Niren, from Korb, from Law. Well, Law, I got 2 games against him, but Law, who's another one? I Am French is another beast. Ronald's another beast. Selcho is another beast. And so on and so forth. I know I'm missing some people, and just showcase each of these guys to really create a scene for future esports and stuff like that, because there's no reason why we can't have our own Anders Vergang, who is polarizing, right? He's the only reason many people, including myself, ever watched or watch FC Pro. I love Tex and all, but Anders is another level, and it creates these different. Then you got the good players, but they're kind of boring guys like Levy DeWeed and Nicholas Bonanno and all them. We can have our own. We can have our own group like that. And so, when you have these beastly players, and you're promoting a new game, it's great to try to push them out there. So that's my goal. That's what I'm going to start trying to do. Maybe it'll be a series of its own. But for now, let's work on trying to improve. No through balls. That's got to be beat in my head. I don't care if it's a close game. I got to get the competitive part out of my head, because that's the biggest thing playing against Marceau showed me, is that, and he scored a couple great through ball goals, but it was a point proving thing. So when watching that game, remember that it was forced through balls just to show kind of where they're broken. But what he showed me, the most important part, is what he could do with the ball on the ground. It just takes improving and getting your vision better, scanning the field better, and choosing better decisions, which I've showed in videos before, so I can preach it. But now I just got to practice it. So we'll start in this 4-1-2-1-2. What do I got to change here? Legendary or higher. I got to get rid of these. Let's put you here. Let's put you here. That should be good. Overall max 80. Oh, crap. I'll go make a different team. I forgot that. Okay, so boom. And I'll go over this squad later, depending on the players I'm using today. But these attackers are beastly. And they're actually perfect for not playing through balls. These two were through ball monsters. And not only that, but that's pretty much all they were good at. So these players come from upgrades over time, right? I wish I remembered how low they started. I wish it told you. Well, it just tells you the number of upgrades they got, which is still cool. And what's cool is Engel's got even one more, dude. I didn't even realize that. But, man, Goals is on to something with this upgrade thing because I can't wait for some of these players. Like when I'll show you real quick. When I go in here, I can't wait for some of these upgrades to see what the potential of some of them is. And I can't wait for rewards to unpack, potential beasts. I mean, it's pretty cool, man. I don't need to have the ability to get Hullet or R9. It keeps it fresh and keeps it fun, man. And I'm sure they're just going to keep sharpening it up. But they're on to something with this setup. Hopefully they realize that. Alright, so going back in. Okay, this is what I wanted to do. Duplicate the squad. This way I don't have to mess with my original team. I'm just ready to go once I play ranked. Switch it up. Go back into the tournaments. Come back up. Edit team. Change the squad. Copy team set as active. And boom. So we take you out. And we take you out. And holy shit, we got to reduce our overall big time. So I'm going to have to go back to the through ball kings, or queens, I should say. But that doesn't mean I'm going to play them. I'm still going to play defeat. It's just these guys are going to be terrible. You're going to see that. And what is that in this shirt? Shit's annoying. Alright. Who else can I change? 82 overall. Probably. Damn, that stayed 82 overall. Let's test out some future potential beasts. This Sacanthia I'm interested in. If he could just get a beastly defensive boost for this last upgrade, that would be cool. Man, what? Holy butcher in my team. Holy butcher in my team. Maybe this will be enough. Nope. There we go. Alright, we'll do this. Go with this. First setup is a 4-1-2-1-2, which I love so far. Obviously, triangles everywhere. Ability to do what we want to work on, which is move the ball on the ground, pass and move, create our own movement, because as we know, attacking AI is non-existent right now, so you have to be creative on your own. But trust me, dude, these guys show with some creativity, you can get the ball moving. It's just tough because you're not getting much assistance from the AI. You're not getting any. Not that shirt. Throw that there. Swapping keeper to a 60 is... Oh, dude, that's a great point, bro. What a great freaking point. Guys, when you're doing these tournaments, why the hell didn't I think of that? Swap my keeper for like a low-rated keeper. Now, hopefully it doesn't kick my butt, because I don't know how important that is or how terrible the AI, but we'll test it. Alright, so Kehoe's cool there. Let's see if I can do this now. Oh, I can. No shit, dude. Shout out to Corb. See, man, I didn't even think of that, bro. Thank you. That helps me so much, bro, because now I at least got a player that can kind of dribble and at least somewhat pass. Let's see what foot she is, right? Weak foot. Okay, cool. All right. Only goal here, move the ball on the ground. Oh, look, we got Corb right here. So he's one of the like literal best players in the world. Well, he's top 30, I think it is right now. Which again, I always say rank doesn't matter, but dude, you don't get that high if you're not an absolute beast. If you're gonna concede, then your defender doesn't really matter. Gotcha. My other thing I need to really work on is the manual defending part, because right now I have to rely heavily on my AI just because I always get smoked. Good, there we go. Oh, whoops. Good. I love this Frigario, man. She always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Ah. Oh. Take the space. Oh, he should have probably got that there. Oh, see, there's my bad habits. Damn it. See, it's tough to break it. Now, obviously, in real life, or like real life, but, you know, when we're not training, we can go for those through balls. But in this, it's good to practice it without it at all, just so you can break those bad habits. So that's what I'm working on. But we'll see how it goes. Good. See the AI, how those players like ran next to each other? That's what the stuff they gotta fix. My two players like ran into each other, which is hilarious. Ah, wrong play. But yeah, dude, I wish I can't wait for you guys to see that gameplay tomorrow. I might even show it today. Oh no, that would ruin the video for some people. Alright, let's see what we can do. Good. Holy shit, Corb, 7 minutes? That's crazy. I'm glad you got a game. That's the one thing, though, I'll say coming from UFL is that, like, dude, we typically have better matchmaking than them in full release. Oh. Oh, made that mistake. Good D there, though. Uh-oh. Dude, this 4-1-2-1-2, I'm so glad I saw Marceau playing it. I totally get why. I gotta look. I didn't see what Corb was playing. Good D. Oh, nice. Way to keep it. Way to recover. Ah. Ah. You gotta stay on your toes against these players, man. Holy shit. It's good practice, though, man. Last night I was queuing up against when there wasn't very many there. And it's cool, they're new players. But it sucks kind of because I don't want to, like, chase them off. So when I match them, it's kind of, you know, but playing against these players is how you get better, bro. And I don't get how people can't see how much better this is than, like, the other games where you're relying, oh, what a ball, good try. Where you're relying on the defensive AI the whole time. Or, sorry, not defensive. Well, yeah, defensive and offensive. Everything's AI and animations in this game. Oh, there it is. Silly, man. I stopped. Son of a bitch. He tricked me with his goalie. He fucking sold me with his keeper. That's okay. The ball movement in this 4-1-2-1-2, oh shit, is really good. Oh, shout out to you, bro. You didn't have to do that. I don't know if you guys caught that, but he decided not to score on the tackle back. There he goes. He deserved it. Nice goal, Corb. That's what I got to work on is my 1v1, like, stepping up to player because it's easy to rely on the AI right now, but I want to work on trying to shut that down myself. And then on that breakaway, dude, his simple little movement, he just simply moved just one little bit, and it got me, dude. If he didn't move his keeper there, I'd probably score. So just pay attention to little stuff like that. Okay, so he's in a 4-3-1-2, so very similar to a 4-1-2-1-2, just no defensive mid, 3 CMs. So we'll have to ask him if he sees any difference between that and the 4-1-2-1-2. That was obvious what I was doing there. I telegraphed it. Play feet, lay it back. Try to use my wing back even more. I'm going to clear that to him because, yeah, there we go. Because it was a tackle back. Hopefully they fix that, those tackle backs. Obviously right now you have to be, yeah, see, I gave him, oh my gosh! Holy crap! That was super realistic, bro, the way that hit off that post and came out. I thought that was in. Yeah, my 1v1 defending is also very bad against these elite players. What I notice is the use of that, the use of shield a lot too. Better players will use that. Nice. And then see there how he couldn't like switch. I want that to change too, because he could have maybe switched his player and said, I'm not going for that anymore. Or I hate how once it's a through ball, I think they call it the lock on. I could be saying that wrong, but all right, good. Is that for Gario again? Yes. Oh shit! I was looking at the corner. That's my own fault. All right, here we go. I was looking at the corner to see if that was for Gario, bro. She's just that one player. That's what I like about these players, bro. Kind of creates. All right, I'm gonna try to get it out of the congested area with the switch. All right, let's see what we can get here. Cut it back. Good, good. Ah, see, there's that bad habit again. There's no need to do that. There you go. I wasn't going to take that. Ah. All right, here we go. Can we defend the counter? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What a shot. Nice job, bro. Nice job. Yeah, dude, so I strongly encourage you guys to get in here and do that. And you see the bad habits, dude. It's tunnel vision. And that's where shout out to Big Fads. That's that video I shared. I hope he comes to goals and players like that. Oh, you're in. Oh. Rebound goals. I feel like Coates has said this too, and I feel like he's right. They need to do something about the rebounds because I feel like certain players could just shoot from bad angles and maybe take advantage. I could be wrong there. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Oh, shit. All right, that's cool. Thank you, buddy. If they can just do something about these small little things. And if you guys remember that talk with Marky, this is what he was talking about. Now I get what he was saying, where it's a difference between, like, are you talking about playing someone you're cool with or someone that's a rat? And to be fair, dude, you got to man up sometimes. Like, bro, 100% with the through balls, okay? I was more saying, like, okay, they can be stopped. Oh, that was sick. It was more like they can be stopped. And, like, in UFL and stuff, they can't. But I took the argument too far because it's so obvious, dude, that when everyone's just going for through balls, it does ruin the game. It doesn't make the game look good. It looks like trash. And so I was on a stupid hill just defending a stupid point, which was I should have just stuck. Here's the truth. And if it wasn't for the shit that I thought was going on at the time, I probably would have been more inclined to not just be on the other side. But the bottom line is this. Through balls are way OP, and they're messing up the game. So whatever they do for them, they just got to make it to where every player is just not able to go for them over and over. So those guys, like Marceau, when we were talking about this, was 100% right about it. That's just the bottom line. It would be no point to just, keep driving a stupid point home. Now, I do like the fact that at least you can do somewhat something, and I was comparing it to UFL where you can hold R1 and R2 and no one can do something about it. Or You know, FC where the, you know, people park the bus and literally AI defend, and you're going against like a wall, the Great Wall of China, to score and stuff. So at least there's somewhat of an answer, but they do, something's got to happen to really make this game shine, because when it's just through ball after through ball, clearly it sucks. It's not nearly as fun. I dove in. Oh! So you guys can see the difference between like clearly just those close decisions, like what would you call them? Those important decisions. Important decisions. Corber's is super sharp, bro. That's good, man. That's the first time I've got to play him, I believe. So you see all these players that we have, and you see what the game's capable of. Unfortunately, let's go to like when you're streaming the game and you're playing somebody that now they're just going for through balls, hence what I was doing, right? And tackle backs and all that. Well, it sucks because it actually shows a shitty version of goals where someone from like FC or eFootball that's sick of tacklebacks might see that and say screw goals. Or they might see through ball. And same with like eFootball, they're trying to get away from that and they see that here and they're like screw that. So it really isn't good for the game. Now, the shitty part is you can't help who you play, and like how this works is people get tunnel vision with competing, right? And then for me especially, I still got a lot of work to do where like these players, if they start doing that stuff, I'm screwed. I've gotten pretty good at marking them, the long through balls, but Marceau was 1,000% right on this part, right? Which it's obvious, it's a no-brainer, but even though you can switch your center back, sometimes it doesn't go off, but most importantly, it's annoying as shit. And then you can't even press the opponent up the pitch because you're worried about the damn through ball the entire time, the lofted through ball. So yeah, I just had to drive that home because I was on a stupid side of that for a stupid reason. And I don't want to like lead somebody down the wrong direction with that, you know, thinking that just going over the top every time is cool. Because I've done it a ton. Same with the kickoff thing and just like, oh, well, they should have marked it. It's just not, it's not a path you want to go down because it takes the game down a super ratty, super trashy path. And then even ratty players start, well, they're not rats, they're just doing this, dude. So let's, you know, kill that where it stands. Not let that go any further, hopefully. Dude, that was crazy. I kind of like that odd angle, though, man. It worked. Because mine was something similar. I wasn't at as crazy of an angle on that rebound, but I kind of like that. It was crazy, though. Maybe it would have been more realistic looking if they put like a bend to it. Like a little outside of the foot from left-footed Trivella bent into the corner, but oh. So yeah. So that's where we're at, guys, and then we just keep working. So let's see what formation we want to go. Let's actually try Corb's 4-3-1-2 and see if there's much of a difference. Now, obviously, the like attacking defensive IQ, the aggression, there's certain things that aren't in the game right now that are going to be on later, which is cool. And so you got to take that into account when you're using these different setups and like limited player roles, right? Limited player, like I'd love to have an attacking midfield. I know they're going to add it, but whether it's, you know, you want them straight up attacking, do you want them dropping back more? Like they got to get more options in here, and I know they will. Again, I know they will, but that can limit some of your choices here too. So in the 4-3-1-2, not change squad game plan, 4-3-1-2. Corb, is there any reason why you go for this over the 4-1-2-1-2? Do you just like that center defense, that central CM more pushed up? Or maybe it lines up a bit differently. And then let's go depth-wise. Defending on fullbacks and central mid. Got it. Rest default. Got it. How about this? Do you go short here? I'll go 71. Test that out. We'll test Corb's exact setup. I've been going short just to test it out, but I don't know. I was going long, then short. I just haven't gone balanced. Rest default. So maybe we keep that on balance. I wanted to kind of test the difference to see if I noticed. I'll go, yeah, let's go balanced. I don't know even know if that matters right now in this stage of the game. It could. Gotcha, yeah. So Corb's saying he doesn't have good enough wingers to isolating 1v1s. Dude, you could probably use some of mine. I had no striker. I still kind of don't. I have like wingers as strikers. That's why I was using these trash players. Just go bounce. Okay, perfect. So this is the setup we just played. This is Corb's setup again. He's like top 30 in the world, which is very tough to get to with the ballers that you have to play against up there. So if anybody's coming from that angle of, oh, it's just a cartoon arcade game, bro, you guys got to watch these top players. I think my boy Phil's in here. Phil, you still in here, bro? Or I think you were going to work because you said have a good stream. Usually but Phil's an eFootball player, dude, and a straight savage, super technical player. I swear, I keep telling him, dude, he would love goals. But me and him both made the mistake. We're freaks when it comes to football games. So we both have money in eFootball because we got the best teams. Romario, Zlatan, Hull, you know, costs around like $1,300. Crazy, right? Over in UFL, we got about $1,000 in teams over there. Like, I got all the best players there. So for Phil's side of it, he's like, dude, I invested all this money. Like, I'm playing this damn game. But for me, goals is just 10 times better because there's no smart assist. I mean, smart assist alone, Konami's, I don't know where their head is with that. Top 10. Nice. So you're always in the top 10, which is crazy. Oh, shit. So Cord's been number 1 before. That's wild, bro. That's insane. Even though always in a 4-3-1-2, even if it's an alpha, right? Dude, that's clearly an accomplishment, dude. Clearly. I'd be having that in the top corner. And you see some of these guys like, bro, it's just pretty freaking cool to see how good the players are, man. Which is why I'm glad that BS ended up being BS because, you know, where I was at in my head, even though like Marcel would whoop me, it's like I can't promote. And remember, it's not ended up being a total scam, total bullshit. But at the time, thinking I can't promote like a bully, you know, that's what I'm thinking. So it's actually huge because I love when players are beasts at a game. Like you can show it, and then it lets players aspire to get to a level like where you saw Cord make those right decisions. It was cool because we were in there, and then he just made those right decisions consistently, more consistently. Again, shouting out Big Fads. That's what he said. The difference between great and good players, and I agree with this. They do the simple things right more consistently than the other players. Boom, 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 boom. Everything's the right decision. Then when they do make mistakes, defensively they make more consistent, correct decisions. And so now we get to showcase that, even in a game where it was kind of a tester, like, okay, how are through balls? And I felt I actually did good against Marceau and like blocking some. Obviously, it's easier when you know what's coming because I knew where we were at the time. But on the other end, he did pretty well with me. But it doesn't mean that it didn't take. You'll see the good football and then where those through balls kind of just take away from the flow of the game and stuff. So even when you defend them well, it's not sharp for the game. It doesn't promote it the right way, and it's not as fun when the ball is just up in the air all the time. It's not where the ball's meant to be, obviously. Now I see what you meant. So, but remember, guys, it is an alpha. So if you're coming from UFL, I know you guys are going to probably give me shit or say, look at these wait times. But remember, it's an alpha. We only got like 100 players. And then I got another video coming too. So I got the Marceau video and then the net code where you can see the difference in gameplay from FC, eFootball, UFL, all of them dealing with inconsistent gameplay, server issues, connection, command delay, whatever you want to call it. Which is why I kind of came in with that mindset when there were certain things like with I Am French, who's a beast of a player too, is like there are players that do that. And in this video you're going to see, like if you haven't played eFootball lately, they like changed up, I guess there's players to server connection, then there's player to player or something. And there's players, I forgot which one, events and ranked are different over there. There's players that literally take advantage of that to make up for a lack of skill. And so you get these things in your mind. Obviously, that's where the misinformation comes in, and these guys were right, because this game has a unique netcode that prevents that. Doesn't mean that sometimes there's minor effects, like I say in the video, like I've said. It's not perfect, but it's like if you were grading it, you give this netcode a 95%. You give FC a 50% F. You would give eFootball like a 65-70%, and you give UFL around the same. Like, dude, nothing compares to the connection, everything with goals. That's just a fact. You guys can see it right here. Look at the ping. Every game, limited players in an alpha, so that's going to change once full release comes, and more servers. Plus, it's already perfect. We're always playing in 100, 150 ping. Whatever it is, we manage to deal with it. That was at pressing that shield button that allowed me through. What's up, Narf? How are you, buddy? You would say it's far from meta. Okay, so he's saying he's in the 4-3-1-2, but it's far from what he would call meta. So why I tried the 4-1-2-1-2 is I saw Marceau in it when he whooped me, and he was moving the ball well. But obviously he could move the ball well in any setup. But yeah, we'll try this one out, and then I'm gonna go for a wider one. Maybe even try the 4-4-2. I'm gonna hold myself to manual defending and playing the ball on the ground. That's what we're practicing. I was able to go through the first round of this tournament and win it pretty easily on stream. So that's why, but I urge you guys to win it at least once, and then if you are at a point where you want to practice or something, try to win it again. You get rewards if you've maxed out your potential rewards for the week, right? See, it's making the right decisions and not diving in there. Yes. Oh, just a little too far ahead. Good. Ah, terrible angle. That was my aim. That was. Oh! See if we can score this. Alright, we're going to go outside of the foot bender here. What the? Oh, it's behind. Son of a gun. I thought that was in. I was like, no reaction? I put it a little too far wide. Try to skill move there. I've played this player before. They're pretty lower. Unfortunately, they keep matching me, but it's kind of an unfair match. So I'm just gonna play them. I mean, I'm gonna play everyone the same like this. I'm not, but if I started doing through balls, it would be over, right? But there's no point in this, that here. I meant lofted, obviously. You guys don't know what I mean. Because then you could see that and go, what? You just played a throw. I meant lofted. Alright. Feet. Come to. Good. So that's where I wondered if short might help on coming to the ball there. Because I hate when they don't come to the ball. Good pass, buddy. Nice pass by that guy. Good for Gario again. Try to keep the ball on the ground. Ah, I thought I tricked him. I didn't. See, he's not returning the favor, but that's okay. Right, what a ball, what a goal. Beautiful. I like this Angle. Was that Angle? Yeah, Angle's so good, man. She's a player that I had to boost up over time. And I think she's got one more boost, which is cool. So right here, obviously, you can use your AI if you're in like competitive games. For me right now, I'm just working on manually controlling as much as I can. Certain situations, like you know, if you have to use your AI, so be it. But I'm going to try to just use manual defending, which I need work on. Because there is not as much AI assistance as the other games. Here, I'm going to give this back to him. There's not as much assistance as in other games. And so it's easy like to rely. Like I want to work on stopping the player because even when you're manually controlling your nice. Oh, I thought that was going to be a goal because he was open there. Fair on the header. Even when you're look at that run. Oh, wrong player, you mother trucker. I lost my train of thought. Oh, even when you're manually defending in other games, there's AI assistance on like locking onto the ball and this and that. E-football is the worst. We don't even talk. That's not even football defense. But in this game, it's easy to like overrun your tackles and shit like that. So that's what I got to work on. But yeah, man. Hopefully, even like the players there at the lower, there's plenty of players of all levels in this game too. So don't. For one, it definitely, when you see really good play, it definitely shows you that this is not just some arcade cartoon kids game. That's crazy. No one said that about Rematch, bro, so I don't know why that became a thing with goals. Because this type of artwork in Rematch is critically acclaimed, so I don't know if that's some just hater stuff that people are saying, but let's say I do get a little bit, okay, but who cares about that, bro? Like, the football is what matters the most, but I don't get to hate on the look when Rematch got so much love for it. I do get like the cartoon thing they're saying a little bit, but that don't change nothing about the football. Well, I guess that's okay there. No. Put the ball in the air, look what happens. But that's an addicting pass. I was just going to give it back to him, but whatever. See, a great player would have closed this game out a long time ago. But I'm leaving myself open to like this type of stuff. And Frigario again. She's like a true sweeper type of center back. I got lucky there. No! Play to the wing back there. Too slow. Holy slow. Alright, let's get back. I love this long stride from Anacleto. I almost wanted her. I want someone her height to play center back. Good defense. There. I actually did it right there. Good. Boom. There's that Bullich. Terrible first touch. Put in there, so I had to clear it away. It seems more narrow than the 4-1-2-1-2 in my opinion. I could be wrong. But I mean, that's how it is in FC, so I could just be thinking about it in FC. Probably could play really good tiki-taka here. Yeah, for me personally, I would go 4-1-2-1-2, but that's where everyone. That's why you guys got to get out and try these because it's different for everybody. It doesn't have the wingers, yeah. But the reason it's definitely not easy to play formation, I'm stubborn. Yeah, you do it well, Corb, though. You do it well. And it's a great formation to play, like you said, if you don't have wingers available to you. For sure. I'm guessing you got to use your wing backs to overlap a lot. Oh, he ties it with a header. Hey, fair play, though. I have to mark that or I'm going to get scored on it. Come on. Silliness. No matter what happens, I'm going to stick to my plan. I'm not going to... wrong player. Locked onto the wrong player. See, right there, I wanted the ability to switch. They got to do that. Aww. This guy's going to beat me, guys. That's how much work I got to do, though. Oh, he's going to celebrate. Now we got to through ball him. We got him. We maybe got to through ball him. Oh no! Wingbacks and wide seam. He hit me with a little celebration. You shouldn't have celebrated. I might even let you get it. Now you got a red card in. We got to go to goal to go. Guys, so if you're wondering, that was that shield dribbling with L2. Make sure you take advantage of that, especially down those lines. I kind of hope they nerf that a bit. I don't know what your guys' take on it. Or at least add the animation where it kind of looks legit, because that's what makes you go, what the hell's wrong with this game? I'm pressing tackle. It's the shield. Even though, like, dude, Claudio made a good point. Like, dude, he showed me the video where he took the players out and showed what the movement looks like with just... Animations don't drive. It's the football. It's your decision making. So just imagine it there. They'll sharpen that stuff as we go, but maybe, like, if you can imagine the player dribbling there, putting their arm up. You know? And then they get that ball there. Ah, so stupid of me to force that. No way. How in the hell? Is this dude going all out on, like, not going to happen? See, these players make it, but they're not. I think it's just their skill level that why they're doing it. Try to cut him. Should be able to finish this, surely, right, guys? Nope, not enough, I don't think. Nope. Unbelievable. Terrible free kick. Just a little too much. No! Gosh, I hate that lock on. Oh my god, it did it again, guys. Look at the run I was making with Kehoe. I tried to cut him too late. Get out of here with that, buddy. Got too pretty. But I'm not trying to, I'm trying to, like, practice. So, obviously, I could have probably finished that off in a regular. I would hope I could have. I'm going to lie to myself maybe and say, oh, I could have finished that if I was more trying harder. Look at this. I would have put that in there, so by my rule, I couldn't have finished. I'm dragging this one out, ain't I? Oh, dude, I hate the AI in this game. Why would you ever just stop that run? Now we're just getting silly. What was that? What was that finish? If this dude somehow manages to win this, it would be a tragedy. I can see why, if you practice this setup, it can be sick, and with the AI getting better, with better AI, like attacking AI, I could see this being really sick in this game. There we go, finally. If this dude just wouldn't have celebrated, he probably could have had a win there, but that's alright. Hope it was worth it, buddy. As you can see, a very evenly matched game. But that's good practice, man. Clearly, I got to get way better because a great player finishes that game off 8-9 out of 13 shots on target. I at least got to finish, let's just say, 8 of those. 9, 10, 11, 12. Can I think of 5 that... Like 8 of those, dude. Probably even should have created more. And even had a red card at the end, so very poor. But that's what we're working on, man. Oh, no, no, no. I got to switch. Every game I'm going to switch formation. Alright. So play. Tormente. So that was the 4-1-2-1-2 we lost the core with. 4-3-1-2, which are very similar. Alright, so then we'll go... Let's go with a wide format. And you know what? Let's have some fun with this. This has been tough as hell for me to play against. These guys are beasts, mainly with the over-the-tops, though. But let's see what it looks like. See what this son of a gun looks like. We definitely want to push that back to probably balance 50. Figuerio, of course, in the middle. On Cannon. Anacleto. Engel's a center back, it says. What in the flying fuck have I been... It is, isn't it? I figured. I knew that's what it was happening when I was matching those guys. Hey, dude, I asked for it, bro. I asked for it. When I defended through balls, I asked for it, and it's been hell on earth, and I'm sure it still will be, but that's all right. It's been good practice, but, dude, holy shit. Whenever I seen this formation come up, I'd be like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. I might as well get a lawn chair and just keep my center back right at the top of the box. And then the whole time, Corb, I'm sitting there going, why did you have to open your stupid mouth, bro? But that's the mentality when you're like thinking you're defending, you know, somebody, like, you know, you're not going to agree with them. They could say the sun is bright and hot, and you'll be like, that's fucking cold and dark, you know. Actual through balls are ass. It's the lofteds. Yeah, I know. 100% in agreement, dude. I was totally in the wrong on that point. Without a doubt, bro. There's no way I could sit here and act like that wasn't just because of the situation at the time. Like, whenever you play those balls, it locks on. Like, Marky made a great point. By the way, that conversation with Marky was awesome, but, man, it could have been even better without the bullshit. So, in the future, I want to have another talk. I will say, bro, at the time, you got to remember, I'm, like, upset. So, I owe Niren, like, a public apology, too, because I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but if I am, sorry. But Niren, like, was in the mix because of where I thought I was at with it, what I thought was happening to these two guys, where one ends up being Ronald's crazy ass. But Marky held nothing back on that conversation. Let's just say that. I won't repeat any of it, but holy crap, that dude don't give a F. That dude don't give an F, but I'm hoping to have a conversation with him. I'd love to later to, like, just pick his brain and hear his detailed thoughts on what he sees for the game, because the dude clearly knows his stuff and clearly is a special player. I still haven't seen him play, though. Alright, so Kehoe. Angle? Wait, what the fuck am I looking at here? Hold on. I have 2 angles! Dude, that's what was blowing my mind. I was like, wait a second. Angles is center back? I have 2 angles. Let me find out they're twin sisters or something. Watch it say, got to be a beast by practicing against her sister. Watch. That would be cool as hell. Bone-crunching tackles. She dominates with relentless intensity. She's a formidable force. Aggression, 93. Strength, 88. 80-97. Does she have an upgrade available too? Yep. 2 of them. Oh, she's going to be a beast, I think. Okay, cool. Thanks, Corb. Yeah, so my apologies to Near and clearly doing a good job. Clearly, like, when shit's distorted, you're just going that certain. You're just gonna go that way. So my apologies there. If you guys don't know, Niren's one of the top players in the world too, and he volunteers his time to be a mod, dude. So pretty dope to help the game out like that. I'm gonna end up having to face freaking Cord with a 3-5-2, and it's gonna be bad. Watch, here it is. Let's see it. Yep. JJ Kocha knew. Oh, that I knew it, dude. Did you see the picture? It's all good, bro. Go ahead, man. Let's play. Let's practice. It's good to play against you. Don't hold back, dude. Whatever you gotta do. Hey, Adiana, I saw that picture. They gave it away, bro. They picked an obvious picture. Someone guessed it right away. I feel like they're kind of going downhill with their selections of those legends, but I'm going to do a video on UFL because it's a dead end again, Adiana. I know I can show you with proof where it's going to go. Everyone who doesn't want to spend a lot of money is going to just have a team full of icons because they're the cheapest. You get the middle one guaranteed. And then everyone who wants to spend money, dude, has like the Supreme Team players. So I hope the UFL people end up here. Oh, you son of a biscuit. Oh, shizniz. Good, Sicanthia. I hope that player becomes a beast, too. Holy crap, this thing does got some attacking options, though. Ah, I always act like that's not easy to read. It's like, bro, of course you're going to go there. Good. Hey, if you want and you see those over the tops, bro, I mean, obviously do what you want there, but I know a lot of players would have played that there, so shout out to Cord. But, dude, it's going to make us both better and better players for sure, practicing. Like, now I get what Marky was talking about. Way more fun playing it. Oh, nice ball, dude. Now, I'd love to see if that person, like, has a sick through ball stat, because I like to see how much stats actually tie in like it says in the thing, because that ball was sick. I wonder if Bullich held him off there, if I got lucky with the animation, I wonder. Good. Ah, damn it. See, I got to stop forcing that fucking ball. Motherfuck. Come on, good for Gario. Bravo. Bravo. Oh, I wanted her to touch and volley. I thought maybe I could get it there. Use that 3-5-2. Good, okay, I covered it. I think you might have been able to get it because you stopped for a sec, but I got to remember that that's on too, and I'm going to keep trying to remind myself so against those ratty players I can freaking stop it. Because I've played players that I no doubt know that they're watched like the argument about the through balls and decided to just work them on me, bro. Like, I know I've played some beast players on some alts where it was just some ratty ass shit. By me too, it was like both of us, and it was obvious like that I was wrong, bro. Like, nobody wants to sit there the whole game and just run back with your freaking center back. Especially because it takes away from how good this game can be. The biggest thing in it, well, there's several things obviously, but if they get some attacking and defensive like AI going, really attacking AIs, like just movement from the offense, less silly stuff, players run into each other, things like that. Dude, the other stuff they got going in this game is sick. That's where I respectfully disagree with Marky. But again, he's been playing this forever, so, you know. Nice ball. So, respectfully to Marky, I'm hoping that, like, these devs prove to be, like, they just got the really good stuff in the works. Like, for our sake. But you got to respect the honesty. Oh! No way. This is your final? Have you won it yet, Corb? Have you won it yet? Nice stop. Bro, so do you think this 3-5-2 is actually pretty good then? Ah! Puta madre. Pichca tu mate. Véngate. Oh! This son of a gun I kind of like, but bro, I hope I'm not mistaken on it. This son of a gun formation. Let's see how we go here. I've had like 6 different accents in the past couple. UFL has a new mode, Squad League. What? You can compete against teams built by real UFL players but controlled by AI. Bro, that's what eFootball does. Mode is good but with very bad rewards. Yeah, of course. It looks good, doesn't it? Narf, ain't that crazy? Dude, I love a game that you can play multiple things, for sure. Ah, what the fudge happened there? No way. They choked on you, bro. I didn't even mean to turn like that. That was crazy. Yeah, because you got width right here with these players. Good read. Good. Go. Boom. Boom. Oh, no angle on the through. Good read. Yes, I was looking at that. Yes, come on. Oh, reward me there. Damn, I saw that. Like, I've been wanting to try that. I love that. That little angle that the 3-5-2 creates is crazy. Oh, good D. Nice. Oh, dude, they almost choked that on you, bro. That's crazy. I don't know how good her finishing is, but wow. They almost choked that, the AI. Then you could have been like, dude, the AI is screwing me. All right, let's go on the defensive side. We got to watch the quick passes. Good run by Alonso. Come 2. Good. Boom. Ah, silly. It's fine to play backwards and play forwards, but not in that sense. That's all for my backwards pass silliness. It's fine to play backwards, but you gotta be smart about it. Oh, what a ball. No way. Dude, this 3-5-2 Corb, I think you would actually... Oh, if he gets wingers, bro, I feel like he would be sick with this fucker. I feel like, dude, I can name a lot of players that would probably be sick. I don't know. They probably maybe have a reason or... Obviously, it's got to take the right weapons, too. Oh, Angles are... Anacleto's usually got great passing. Nice finish, buddy. What a game, guys. This is freaking sick. Ah, gotta have a decision made. There's that lock on. Nice movement. Oh! I thought I could do it. She's a great dribbler. Oh, thought I could change it up. Good interception. Let's see if we can read it there. Good. Boom. Terrible shot. Holroyd, that's like my wingback. What the hell is she doing up there? Oh, man. If that was Madi or someone, I think I could have maybe got that. Let's go with Anacleto. Good read. Oh, I needed to read that right, or he was scoring. Good. You're in. Oh, oh no. I see it. I see it. Oh, that could have been a cluster right there. No way. Good game, bro. A good game, man. What a game, dude. That's a good one to showcase right there. Because, dude, that's the thing, man. Oh. That's the thing, bro. It's fucking fun no matter what. The one thing I feel bad on is the final, but Corb will be GG, bro. Corb will win this thing 100 times if he wants. Now, this formation, holy shit. We might be onto something here, guys. I'm wondering, though, if we play all through balls all the time, if that's going to screw us. Did I have my freaking wing back? Why was Holroyd? Okay, so we got to think about this. I had my best attacking player, well, my second best attacking player, if you look in the center, Kehoe, as a defensive mid. I'm a dumbass. I had Holroyd, Frigario's in the right spot, Honcannon's in the right spot, Engel. Okay, Holroyd, and oh, I guess I didn't. Alonzo and Holroyd, I should have switched. All right, we'll look into this. I might maybe like explore this one and see how it looks. Test that out, guys, and Narf, see if you like. I know you were right, dude. There's like now my experience with this is I'm playing against all these players that are clearly like one of them was like Murda. I think he's one of the guys that probably heard me say like through balls are fine, and lining up in this formation, just lofting it. But what I liked about it, no matter where you were at, you had options. Let's go check this out real quick. That's worth checking out and seeing if there's any holes in this that we could see, because this is potentially, we potentially could be on to something here. Bro, I apologize for the sniffles and shit. I got the worst allergies going right now, bro. This hot weather in the winter. I'm in the middle of the United States, so I know people are from all over the world, but stay tuned for this coming up. This game against Marceau. This is what I'm going to do for everybody. Marceau 1337 is a monster. The Anders Verge gang of goals. And I get it. People are going to go, well, that would be Markey. I know, bros, I know. But I can't say like the Nicholas Bonanno or the Tex, because right now Anders is the name, bro. We're trying to get clicks and views to watch so they can watch his great gameplay as I get my ass whooped. And so, you know, doing shit like this hopefully helps out. This about the net code, this has been out. Obviously, this screwed up because I had to like change it. And it's nobody's fault. It's the circumstances, right? But I changed this up, got approval. When I posted it the first time, it was in a way to troll / like offend, because I was thinking I was going after bullies. So rightfully so, you do what you do back. But I changed this video up, but I was happy to see that the guys actually did like it and stuff like that. So I'm trying my best just to spread good stuff about goals. We'll see. Obviously, the biggest thing is getting eyeballs in here and hopefully getting some attention on other people. So if you're out there and you love goals and you have some stuff to share, dude, don't be afraid to start. All the attention to show people how good this game is good, and there's players at all different levels, man. I see a lot of times there's a good niche for players that are more casual, right? That aren't as higher level with wanting to dig deep and, shit, there's players in FC that make a living off of not even playing. They just are in the menus, which is crazy. But yeah, anyways. Alright, so live. I want to go back and check that out. The fuck? I got 2 lives going? We gotta fix that. Wait. What the fuck? View your channel. So on. So YouTube Studio. I did something wrong here. I don't know what the fuck I did. Oh, I remember what I did now. I guess I'll delete the lower view one, eh? Hopefully this doesn't... If I just get kicked right now, you know why, because I'm a dumbass. Alright, good. Hell yeah. We're still alive. The best in FC is the SBC grind. Squad building challenges, yeah. And then in Team of the Year Tots. Yeah, bro, I got sick of just being in the menus all the time over there, dude. I swore by that game at the beginning of the year, and like other people swore by it too. And I can't believe EA Sports. I'll never ever give them another chance, bro. You realize I got a handful of really good guys to go buy that fucking game, that play other games. They probably still don't forgive me for it. I convinced them because the beta was really good, and I allegedly may have showed the beta just to show how good it was. Always, of course, hiding my watermark, but that's allegedly. And it looked amazing, and everyone loved it. My claim to fame, bro, my best win ever came in that beta versus, what was his name? If Phil or anybody are in here, what was that guy's name? The Hispanic pro that plays with Vergang. I was down 4-2 in the 87th minute, and I ended up winning the game 5-4, which is insane, but true story. It's on my channel. And if you watched FC then, 26 in the beta, it was totally different than full release. They totally just... I don't know what's wrong with that company, bro. I do not know what's wrong with that company. Alright, so that's not where I gotta go. I gotta go to your channel. Fucking allergies, dude. Alright, let's see if we can poke holes in this 352. Company. Alright, so that's not where I gotta go. Wait, okay, so we gotta think about this. So in the first game, crap, this thing does got some... We played Corb. The biggest thing that I didn't like about I played him in the 4-1-2-1-2, which I liked. But the biggest thing... What am I thinking that The width. The width is not there in the 4-1-2-1-2 or the 4-3-1-2. Although you do have the wingbacks pushing up some. But then what the hell made this? I just kind of went out and was passing and finding the right players. I did put the ball in the air to play Alonso and then on the ground, but it gives you these perfect through angles where it helps you big time if you are forcing through balls. Because one of my biggest issues is like, oh shit, I don't see anybody open. Against elite players, bro, they make you're just like, dude, a lot of times the holes to play passes through are like non-existent. So then, oh shit, hoof it. Oh shit, hoof it. So let's see what makes this so naturally. So it's 0-0 here, 6 minutes in. I want to play from the start. It did feel horrible. Okay, so Corb said it's hard to tell, but maybe it's just counters. My formation's super hard. Who knows? Felt horrible. Bro, it was crazy, Corb, because it kept feeling like, dude, honestly, what that felt like sometimes is like I get caught, like in the last game versus you did so well, I couldn't find an option, bro. I'm like, oh, fuck, oh, fuck. And in this game, it always felt like I kept having options. like I did, obviously, but I'm saying like so let's check it out. So let's get in. Boom. What's up, everybody? We are going to look into the 352. I'm on stream right now, so these guys who are listening are probably going, this dude's crazy. What the hell? He's doing an intro for what? Well, I want to check out this 352 and see if it's as good as it looks in this game. Because when players typically play the 352, what I've noticed is they're long ball guys, right? Which, when I opened my fat mouth, and was totally wrong, by the way, so please stop beating me over the head on the pitch with it, but the through balls are ridiculous right now. And so they'll play the 352 and they'll just hoof it and hoof it and hoof it. And as Marceau was saying, which again, a man admits when he's wrong, I was totally wrong about through balls. It is terrible for the game because it makes it look awful when you can play this great game on the ground, which you'll see here, right? And you decide to just hoof it and hoof it and hoof it. It just makes the game look bad. Then both players are going back and forth, and the ball's always in the air, and that's not where the ball's meant to be, right? Every once in a while you clip it over the defender, stuff like that, but not in the sense that was going on before. And what it does is it sends you down a terrible path where this ratty style takes over. So there's no way that I can continue down the path that, to be honest with you, one of the reasons for that argument was simply out of thinking that I was going up against, bullies, which was not the case at all. And if you've seen my videos and agreed with me on the through balls, please kindly disagree with me and start working the ball on the ground. Through balls being forced in this game are going to ruin this game, period. It's not fun hoofing the ball back and forth. Now, this 3-5-2 in this way that I play it here, you can play the ball on the ground and actually have even more options. So let's study it together.
Don't hold back, dude. Whatever you gotta do.
And see. So that's me talking to Corb, whom I'm about to play. He just beat me previously, and it's kind of like practice, right? We're going back and forth and playing not in the ratty way at all, because what's that going to do for me or Corb or anybody else that is playing the game, right? And so, again, a real man admits when he's wrong. I was arguing for a point that takes this game in a terrible direction. That's just the bottom line. I even deleted a video that I had planned for tomorrow and replaced it with the Marceau video because I was going down that same path. A lot of it was simply out of, feeling like I had to disagree with somebody that I thought was different than they are. If you know, you know. If you don't, let's get to the football. So you see there, I hit the post early on. And I thought maybe it just was an early chance, right, that I got a little bit lucky. But what I noticed is right off the bat, there are so many dang options in this setup. It's insanity. So as you see here, all the way across the pitch, I have an option. And they're sort of zigzag. The one thing that I do wrong there, that's not this formation, that's me, is kind of force the ball. I did think I was good there. So then defensively, you see my center backs are close enough together as long as you can watch those balls. They kind of being close together in a three-back help because they close down those through ball angles. And I feel like it's easier with them close together to switch to a center back and run backwards if you do have a through ball player. So you see the coverage is pretty good with the three center backs and then the two CDMs covering the gaps. And so let's see here. Way to cover the gaps. Yeah, so the cluster of the three center backs and those two who are playing defensive mid, I didn't even check the settings on it, but I'll do it now and tell you the player roles. Both strikers are on attack. All three central mids are all unbalanced. Wide midfielders on balance, three center backs on defend. This is on 50 depth with balanced build-up. And it just felt like I had tons of options. Now, what I saw there, I wanted to go back post, touch, volley. And obviously, his player along the back post, he did well to read that. Good defense, good job. But you see, even for a three-back, now, the other thing I want to notice is that, or point out, not that I am noticing, is that this is a narrow formation that Corb is playing right now, a 4-3-1-2. So, being this narrow, it could have played to my favor, whereas let's say a 4-4-2 or a 4-5-1, whatever wide formation you set up against, let's look back and see if that may have caused me more issues. Naturally, you would think so because the three center backs are clustered in the middle. The two defensive mids are in the middle. And they're more on balance. So let's see. Do they all three get back? Do only the wider two get back? Let's see. No, they all three get back. And I'm guessing if I put them all three on defend, they would get back even further. But I wonder if that would prevent them from going up, which could prevent potential attacking options that are available through this game. All right, so you see the center backs there? You see that cluster of three center mids working together. There's diamonds everywhere, guys. You see this. 3-5-2 in goals may be something special. What happens, at least at my skill level, is as I'm building up, I don't see many options. And so that's really how that bad habit of hoofing the ball over the top starts. And I know that's probably the same for many of you guys. But instead of going down that path where it's going to be, something's going to be done to those through balls. It just doesn't make the game look good. It's not right. It's not fun to just do that. They have to do something. So understanding that, you got to prepare for when they do get rid of those through balls, which is exactly what I'm doing. And if not, you're going to struggle greatly. And it's just not fun. It's not football. And I think everyone knows that. Even when I was saying it, come on. I had, maybe deep down. Now, there is a point to what I was saying, though, with these other games have so much glitchy AI animation crap that you can't do anything about. Like eFootball, you can't do anything about your opponent using Smart Assist. I mean, the fact that Konami put that in the game, it's crazy. You can't do anything about the R1, R2 sprint glitch in UFL because the defenders can't use R1, R2 sprint glitch. So it's just attackers getting to run wild. So my point kind of was at least there's something you can do. Obviously, not every time, though. And it's still extremely annoying and takes away from defending in the proper way. It just takes away from the game. Right, so that was my point there, and that while that is true, I would strongly suggest you work on passing and moving, keeping the ball on the ground, similar to what you're seeing here, because it will only make you better for the future. 4-1-4-1. I only use formations that give me... I love it, boom. I'm going to try that one after this. I don't know, I'm kind of in love with this 3-5-2, so I might stick to this one, veer off the plan a bit. However, the 4-1-4-1 is definitely... I could see where that could be a great option for sure. Obviously, you have the diamond, just natural between your D-mid, your two center mids, and then your striker, which is excellent in this game especially. Because that's where I get caught up is those clusters in the middle. But because of this, see, I made a mistake there, but typically speaking, because of this, and good players make you pay, and he did. That's unfortunate. He did everything right there. Maybe overpowered it, I'm not sure, but great job to get in on goal there after I make a mistake. That's what you do. You make your opponents pay after mistakes, okay? So we're working the ball up. You see the constant triangles. You see the center mids coming back. Great bridge between my attacking, what would it be, two strikers and the CMs. Those CMs are a great bridge between the center backs and the strikers. And when I'm looking at how this lines up, it definitely has a little bit of a different look to it than what you see on screen, for sure. When you're looking on screen, this bad boy doesn't look as enticing, that's for sure. There is no 4-1-4-1, are you sure? I think there is. Oh, 4-4-1-1. So 4-5-1. Same difference though. It's a 4-1-4-1. That's I get what you meant, Boomfa. Yeah, so the 4-5-1 plays very similar to the 4-1-4-1. Great job there by Corb. So we got a tie game 1-1. So you see those passing options. Now again, it helped. He's in that narrow setup. It helped probably with me having the wingers open more, where a wider setup probably would do better against this. I'm assuming though. I don't know for sure. All right. Good defense. I like how the center mids close in there. They all three, and it's interesting because since I kept them on balance, they all three do a good job of getting up and back. I have one player that's more defensive. Who is that? Kehoe. Once again, I did not switch. I'm going to do that right now as I'm watching. Great goal. Well done. switch this up here. In the central area, we should be good there. So in that central center mid area, if you can get a player that can defend and attack, I just missed that whole goal, but that's okay, because we still got a lot more game to play. Beautiful movement by Corb here. I'm trying to get better at my manual defending, and you see why, but great stuff to make it happen. Very patient, great finish. And you see, my habits are breaking. You guys know exactly what I would have done just a couple days ago. Hoofed it right over, and maybe I would have been through there. But it's not worth it, man. Just work on it. Drive yourself to not use that stuff, and then eventually in game, you'll know when to use it, right? You'll see on my winning goal. I actually want to make sure that was a legit, that I didn't break the mold too much there. Oh, I thought I had him there. Beautiful recovery by Corb there to read what I was doing. But you see the defensive effort. So what I notice is so good is these guys, these three mids, center mids on balance, they get all the way back, all the way up. Now, obviously stamina isn't a factor right now in alpha. However, when stamina is a factor, you're probably going to need three really high stamina CMs, because the way they are, that's my wing back when I realized I had my wing back in the wrong spot. That was that left center mid spot. So you want some good attackers in your left and right center mid spot. Your more defensive one would be the middle. And if you wanted to be safe, you could even put your middle CM on defensive. I have them all on balance, and I like how they get all the way up and back. Look at this. Look at the two outside center mids running up almost like attacking mids. It's brilliant stuff, man, the way they do it. So you see here, we're on to the very end of the game here. That's where it is. 6. Oh, I didn't realize the time there to finish it. Holy crap. See, I was just playing. So let's look at this then. Alright, so this was the last 10 seconds. So let's break this down. Boom. Great job there. Alright, so I read it pretty well there, but he reads that I see it. And remember, he doesn't see my markers like in the other game, so he's just doing a good job of reading where my players are at. So that's a lot of players force it, including myself. Great run, it looked like, and I did a good job right here of tracking back on Holroyd. But I was controlling my center back there, and then I used the AI assistance, I think, because that was such a dangerous place to be in with someone as good as Corb. He's an absolute beast. So, in what I remember on there, I'm controlling the player in front, and then as he came across my player next to me, boom, I pressed the AI, and they were so close it bumped him. Right? But I'd have to go back and see, or maybe I was controlling the player behind, and the AI was in front. I can't remember which order it was, but we win the ball back. Alright, so we go. This was more instinctual. So that's the ball I played on the run in the air there, just to make sure on the ground it either didn't go to the wrong target, didn't get intercepted. Right? So from here, look at that run from the angle that's in the attack. Don't get it confused with my center back angle. This is the epic angle that I got, and actually she upgraded into an epic. But she makes these brilliant runs, and we find her on the ground there. I did not realize how close. 1.8 seconds. I did not even see that until just now. That's insanity. Boom. Beautiful run by Engel. She stayed on side to stay on sides. And that's why you gotta love goals. These battles are actually fun. How many people actually have fun in a sweaty game in FC? 0. eFootball, 0. UFL, 0. Well, why is that? Well, because it's not decision making from you and your opponent. It's leaning on crutches. It's leaning on AI, whatever the case is. And that's just not fun. So, if you watch this video, for one, play goals. Give it a try. Give it a real try. Read into the depth of the game. I have a video coming out about the netcode. Read into that because that's extremely important for your sanity, because you get to play great connection games no matter who you're playing across the world. You don't get that in any other game. And when you win the big games, tight games, you feel rewarded because you did it. When you lose the tight games, you feel motivated to work on things because you can trace back to the mistakes you made and get better. The game has some tightening up to do, some sharpening, but it's in alpha stage. It will get there. When they figure out what they want to do with through balls, when they figure out crosses so they're not as powerful and leaning towards the attackers, in my humble opinion, the shield dribbling's got to change, or they at least got to get better with showing the animation so the defender kind of can know it. Just when it's working, maybe even how it should, but it doesn't show on the pitch. That's where you kind of have this confusion with the visuals, and players are going, look at this game, it's messed up, or the glitches are. But again, 100% faith in the devs that they will make these types of changes and more, sharpen the game up in other areas we didn't even talk about, and we'll get to play even more fun and beautiful football, which we already get to play even in the alpha that's destroying these other games. I want to end this portion. I'm going to continue my stream, but in this video by saying something that Marky said, and I loved it. And it kind of gives you that number one player mindset where he's at the top. There's no one else to chase. So he has to motivate himself. So what he said for goals is, the way he looks at it, he doesn't compare to UFL, eFootball FC. He is looking at what he sees as an elite football game, and that's where his expectations sit. Whereas my feedback as of late has been, hey, this game is still better than these other games in all these different ways, and that's true. But that is a very good way to look at it if you're a motivated person, you want to keep improving. Set your bar against yourself at a very high level, and you can't go wrong. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, join my Discord, check out all of the goals creators, man. There's some great talented players, some great creators out there, and support the best football game ever made. Peace out. Alright, there's a video. Potentially, I might do different on the voiceover and all that. But hey, if it does turn into something like a good video, then I just save myself some time later. So that's kind of my shortcut. Now, I know guys like Nick and them don't do intros when they just clip it up. They have clippers, and I'm not that rich. I'm not that big. I got to sort of do it myself, and I feel like if I don't give context, I don't feel right not giving context. But maybe eventually I can get to the point where I just clip up my streams, and, that will be something. Appreciate you, Racer. Oh, Corp, sorry. Appreciate you, bro. Alright. So, we go to the semis. Which, again, I'm more worried about seeing if this... Oh, I gotta switch the screen. I hate when I do that. I'm more worried about seeing if this 352 is legit. So let's go look at this a little bit. So I don't want to mess with something that worked good. Player roles. Okay. Let me think about this hard. Okay. Is there a more defensive, lower rated player, but speed and defense, speed and defense, speed and defense? I think I got an idea that could work very well. Speed and defense, passing's not terrible. Okay, so now what this will allow me to do is put in Mari. Holy shit, I just helped myself out greatly. Yeah. Alright, now let's see what we got here. Mari. Kehoe, you're a beast. You got some defense in you. 81 rated player there. Damn, this player's terrible. Why are you out here, bro? What are you doing out here, bro? Mama Maria, Maria, I love you. Mama Maria. Alright, so let's see what we got here, boy. Do I want Alonzo? Passing's 29. Damn, dude, I don't really got an option there. Do I have a good passer with defense? Passing and defense. Passing and defense. Han Kanan. But dribbling's dog crap. Defense is dog crap. Nice, bro. Good. Yeah, just whoop people and make them quit. Whoop people and make them quit. That'll get you there quick. Whoop them, make them quit, bro. Not in a mean way. I'm just saying. You know. Dude, this is an elite passer, so I'm almost thinking... Dude, here's what I'm thinking, bro. Watch this, guys. I'm going to try this beastly Anacleto, but 57 dribbling. Terrible shooting. Okay, let's see how this works. Now, I'm going to go build up player roles. I'm going to switch Justice Central to defense. And I think that will create more of a diamond. Imagine if they had attacking here too, though. That would be sick. Wide midfielder. No defensive, no nothing available there. Striker, striker. Defend, defend, defend. Sweeper, keeper. And balanced. Alright, so there's my rolls. I'm going to keep it at 50 depth. Keep that is balanced. And that's the squad. So we'll pay more attention to this game too, but I really loved all the options there in that game. Hope you whoop them, Corb. Whoop them up. Road to come back up. Dude, I hope when they create real life esports that's the trophy they make, because that's dope as hell, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it reminds me a bit of the FC Pro with the triangle, but I think theirs is doper. Especially they could add some stuff to make it even doper. Ignacio Agniolin. Let's change up the kits a bit, eh? I'm going to wear light blue. Switch your kit up, Ignace. Nobody ever wears this light blue. Alright, so we got... Let's do this then. What the hell? This ain't even fair, I don't think. We'll see. Watch him be a beast, though. Mari. He probably sees this and he's thinking through balls all game. Look at the coverage here. See how Anacleto, my Brazilian, now CDM, that was my wingback. See how she's dropped just a little further back, but silly me. That was so dumb of me, guys. Dude, look at these options. This dude's probably thinking I got more people on the pitch than, I'm not going to do tackle back goals against him. Oh, you're in. Look at this. Oh, you got to play that through that hole, through that gap. Good job, bro. Oh, I control both kits? I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. Congrats, Corb got through the tournament. Got the ship. Yeah, bro, my first one was like that, Corb. I just went through, and it wasn't very fun, but I got the rewards quick. It was just like, score, 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 they quit. Score, 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 they quit. I was on stream going, oh, what the hell? See, like there, I'm okay with putting in the air because I had to get it over the defender. Right there, I would have played that one. Probably in the air, too, because he wasn't marking it all. But it helps you because then you're ready. Look, see, he's going for... I read that like a book. Give yourself an angle. Yep. If you give yourself that angle... Oh, one touch too many. Sometimes those balls don't work as well as they should, though. Oh, he's going to go up 2-1 on me. Oh, why'd you shoot? He did what I did that first game. Man, I can't piss. I got to piss, but I feel like it's going to take too long. You guys got to give us a long enough time out for a piss break. Make that change. Make that change, goals. Why does this guy keep pausing it, bro? Maybe he's in stream and he was being nice. Like, hey, go take a piss, bro. Probably not. But you never know. No, I was supposed to go out here. Finish. She always finishes, though. She's so solid at those. I see that run. I see you run. You're going to play it over the top. Nope, on the ground. Oh, he did. Rookie mistake defending. Man, I wish I should have called my player 2 there if I could have. Oh, I was there. Good coverage. Swarmed him. Good, let her go run. Ah, good job by the goalie. I don't know if that was him or his AI, but... Oh, I read it right, but I couldn't get there. He read me right there. Good. The coverage is good. Ah, forced it. Forced it. Could have played that one over the top, but I'm not going to do it. Sticking to my guns with no over the tops. Tried to force it too. Boom. His way of playing is only working because I took the through balls away from myself. But make no mistake about it, this player is going to be in trouble in a lot of games, which is what I tell him respectfully. Oh, I wanted to try to fake him out and just put it in. I could have probably just finished that, but we'll take the penalty. If he is in stream, he'll save it, but whatever. We'll find out, right? And no, he's not. Damn it. I'm kidding. Maria, I love you. Oh, 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 mama. Damn, I got that stupid country song stuck in my head. Oh, man. Ow, my freaking... Oh, back. Enough goals for one day for me. I got you, Corb. Hey, bro, you helped me out a lot, man. Thank you so much, bro. Shout out Corb. Big W's for him because he helped me out a lot. He's such a beast of a player, dude. So it's always good hearing from him, playing against him. And the funny thing is if I didn't have Ronald, who accidentally made things worse by pretending to be somebody that was attacked that really wasn't, but it got straightened out. But if I didn't have Ronald to show me at the end, like the other side, dude, I was duped like a son of a gun. So I'm super grateful for him coming in clutch to kind of show everything for what it was, because these guys are great dudes, great players, extremely knowledgeable about the game, great for the game, and it's like, dude, just it's so much better this way. I'll put it that way. So thanks, brother. Is the 3-4-2-1 actually OP? So I'm playing on the line. I think I did already, buddy. I think I did already, brother. I did actually. I did actually yesterday. Everybody, the whole nine. I reversed it. Even though his accounts are deleted. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take his off though, because I want that son of a gun to answer to me one day. Running away like a freaking coward is messed up, dude. Answer for your bullshit. But all you guys are unblocked, dude. Every one of you. Once I figured out what was up, I immediately fixed that. So my apologies again, dude, and appreciate all your help for real. But the 3-5-2, I think this is OP, bro. I don't know. You guys are watching. Let me know if you agree. But maybe the 3-4-1-2 could even be better, dude. Now it's going to make me want to explore all the 3-backs. But I'll tell you, the coverage is fine. And the best part about it, the defensive coverage is fine, I should say. And the best part about it is the OP. Look at these balls. The OP... the OP attacking options. One of my biggest issues that was kind of not only tunnel vision with the through balls, but that kind of started and enhanced that was the fact that, and this is partly, oh my gosh, a skill issue similar to that initial defense, but I either didn't have or couldn't find options in the build-up on the ground. And with this setup, dude, there's an abundance. If you can't find options in this, then you definitely got to figure out, look in the mirror. But if you're having trouble finding options, or if you're just a beast of a player like Corb, I know you would cook in this, bro. I feel like any skilled player would probably be able to eat a sandwich in between passes because they have so many options. They don't even have to hurry at all. They could just, the defender marks 1 or 2 options, they have 3 and 4 and 5. You can always go out wide, obviously. Oh, nice tackle. Not going to score that. All right, we'll start from here. Look at these options. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Heck yeah, buddy. You should, bro. I know you would cook in it. At your skill level, you would cook. Where are you stream sniper? I'm kidding. Double red cards. What the I didn't even notice that till now. Well, you did yourself in there, buddy. You do not want to play a 3-5-2 with 2 red cards. Oh, it locked onto the wrong player. Yeah, dude, now I totally see the lock-on stuff. See, dude, these guys know what the hell they're talking about, bro. These guys know their stuff, man. These guys know their stuff. It's very cool. Dude, we have so many beasts in this community, bro. And, like, I'm newer, and I hate that it started how it did, but I'm going to make up for it by just because I'm small myself, but I'm going to try my best to just blow these guys up to the best of my abilities for being smaller. Maybe it's just 5 extra eyeballs on these guys. Maybe it's 10, 20, but I'm going to do my best because then the game can really shine and people can really showcase the players, the community, everything. Yes. Yes. And you weren't wrong on your take on that game versus Marceau, but that was on purpose. Like those forced balls or the through balls or that rattier stuff was on purpose because, right, because of the situation, it was like one of those things where you don't agree with your enemy, right? And at that time, I'm thinking I'm defending these poor kids. So he was doing that stuff in that game, but for one, on top of it, he shows tremendous skill. So it's still a great video. He destroys me, obviously. And the other stuff, it was just more like showing the brokenness. Unfortunately, what I think happened in that game is we both defended those pretty well, but we both knew they were coming. But what's really the good takeaway from that game is how much pressure and how he like knew what you were doing 2 plays before you knew what you were doing. It felt like not only that, but in the attack, he was playing a 4-1-2-1-2, bro, and he did things with the ball and found passing options. Like when I would react to something, he was already 3 steps ahead. By the time I figured out the first thing he was going to do, he had already had 2 more things planned and pulled them off. I mean, the dude is legit ridiculous, bro. These guys, like, I can only imagine Marky, these guys, like, Corb is a mother trucker, bro. Law is a mother trucker, like, you know, but at the very top, the Niren and Marceau, and then Marky, even that Yo guy was very good. I lost 4-1 to him, but they're just beastly players. Which is cool because you need that. You want that, right? You want that in goals. I'm going to go take a piss. But, dude, this is the truth. Now, let's look real quick. I'll do when I get back. I'm literally going to piss my pants.
What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy?
Hey, are you up here? I'm gonna make pancakes, I think. You want some pancakes?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm live.
All right. Here we go. All right, so let's look at the different 3-backs we could try. So the 3-5-2, what I love about it is you got the 3 center backs. You got the center 3 center mids. I played balanced the first game. The second game I played the center one as a number 6. And they do a great job of getting back and forward, filling in the gaps, making some overlapping runs. So I have the outside CMs are more attacking. The center one is defensive. And then, of course, the wing mids give you width. They track back similar to a 5-back, but not quite as far. But those 3 center backs staying clustered together helps. It's easier to switch to them. I realize sometimes when you're switching back to your center backs to cover like the through ball guys, it switches to the defensive mid or the wrong player, and it's just easier in this for whatever reason. Probably because of the way the players are lined up. So let's look what the 3-4-1-2 difference is. Okay. Whoa, look at the center back difference there. That's crazy. So it's naturally like a stopper that plays. It's almost like a 2. Dude, this is a 2-1-4-1-2. Guys, this is the Man City type of setup. But they play the 2 wing mids would be like, so it's like a 2-1-2-3-2. 2-1-2-3-2. 2-1-2-3-2. Dude. Interesting. 2 backs? And you get a cam. Oh my god, this might be the one, guys. So the difference here, so I don't want that. I like more. My problem with the 4-3-3s and stuff in this is I think they need to come with like more of a 4-3-2-1 where there's 2 center forwards and a striker. because the wing forwards stay way too out wide. Or you give us the ability to manually move our players within reason, but manually move them and have it tie into the runs in game. That would be cool. So those are the 3 backs. So 3-5-2. So this one definitely not. These are the 2 options. So what I see in the difference is that central CM is more defensive. In this one, you got a cam. Wing mids are the same. But where this center mid plays is like a defensive mid and you got 3 backs, this one you have 2 covering, 1 plays as like a defensive mid, and then those 2 CMs are more like box to box. Dude, we're giving it a go, guys. Holy, we're giving that a go. So let's see how we want to do this. Keo, you get in the middle there. Mali. No, I want Mari here. Kehoe, Engel. Holroyd, get your ass out wide, girl. Get your ass out wide, girl. Alright. Speed on the wing backs. Guys, this might be the one. I swear to you guys. Let's see, though. You never know. This is crazy, bro. I wonder how this is going to look in game. Dude, they should have called this the 2. Guys, this is a 2-1. So, sorry, 2-1-2-3-2 is what this is. That is so legit, bro. Go look at the Man City. There's a lot of Man City breakdowns where they're like them and Bayern Munich are dominating everything right now. They're all playing like this 2-back type of deal. Let's see if it works out with this center back pushed up a bit. But who do I want in that center? Frigario, yeah, she's my beast. She handles everything. And a Cleto. So we're good. Okay. So player roles here. Sweeper keeper. Defend, defend, defend. Ooh, let's look at this real quick. Isn't there different... Defender will look to take more risk. Nah, we won't mess with that stuff. Part of me wants to. You know what? Fudge it. Move into midfield or take more risks and open up for passing lanes. That means they'll make a run, so they'll move forward. Advanced center back means they'll move into midfield when we have possession. Screw it, let's try it. We'll try advanced center back. Alright. These 2 are just box to box, so that's fine. That's fine. Attacking mid, nothing to change there. So we're going to go for that. No defensive mids, 2 box to boxes. Just, oh, this is very attacking. Oh my god, I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. But you never know. It could get its ass whooped. We never know. Let's see what we got here. Newhurst Assailants. I've heard about these guys, bro. These guys from Newhurst are sick. The Newhurst boys are built different, bro. The Newhurst Assailants, eh? Okay, I see you. Got the goalie trick. I feel like this player's going to be good. I just have this feeling. All right, we're sticking to it. We're sticking to our plan. Keep the ball on the ground. Let's see if they... Oh, my God, she does move up. That's crazy. That might be the only issue. But I wonder if that changes if I take her off of that setting. No! See, that lock-on is killing us, guys. Did you stay on? No! I might have to change that. But when we lose the ball, she gets right back. So maybe that will help. I just got to be careful on the counter. Get all the way out wide. Good. Good, send her out of the way. Good. Yes! Oh, you little mother... No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Read it, but I was too late. What the... Dude, I played it square. Is that pass messed up? Known? Is that a known messed up pass? I played it square to a wide open player. I played it square. It's done it to me a few times. I don't know. So far, I like the 3-5-2 better, but we have to give it more of a chance. Ah, I tried to go around the back of him. I should have just kept going the direction. Ah! Thought he would think I was going to the first player. Oh my god. Yeah, hold on. I gotta switch that setting and see if that's what's doing it. Because that... Do not use advanced center back. Definitely not. And then ball playing seems even worse. Defender who will look to take more risks and open up. Now we'll just go to normal center back. Thank you very much. See if that helps. Because even on the screen, like the way it shows the center back's different. So let's see if it even changes. Yeah, it changed. Okay, good. Ah. No, you didn't. I was going to say, you little prick. Ah. Take your space. One touch too many, guys. Silly of me. I know better than that. Ho! Air ball. You ain't getting that through. Yeah, like if I was playing like, I don't know, dude. It's. I feel like 3-5-2 is better, but let's see. Let's just, let's give it a try. Nice save, keeper. The keeper Stalinski. What's the save, mate? What the? Tried for a long shot. I don't want to just take those kind of goals. They're goofy. Dude, give yourself a better angle. Take the finesse shot. What are you doing? That was an OG wankster move right there. Cross it. You're wide open goal. Yes! The way that I do that is if they're marked, if I see his center back marking, I'm not going to play the cross because right now it gives the attacker a chance to win it. But if I have an open, like in the run of play cross, I love the finishing and everything. They just need to give... The attackers have way too much of a advantage on those. Crap, I'm gonna be muting for a while, but I'll be back, guys. Don't worry, I'm gonna mute for a while. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to do this phone interview for my business. So, here's where I'm at, guys. This is what the squad's looking like. I got to figure out my back system, though, so hold on. I don't really like Shabangu at the center back row. I like her in the number 6. Man, I liked Ferns at the number 6. Oh, we got a little decision to make. Altani's such a beast. Maybe not defensively, but... Fragario, weak foot 40. Ferns, weak foot 47. Tani, weak foot 67. Centurio. Who do I choose to play center back now? Already we're running. Think I gotta go Altani, bros. Think I gotta go Altani. His weak foot's better. Passing. 89, 76, 79, 76, 84 dribble. Dribbling here. So the dribbling here is the problemo. Way better than Centurio, though. Everybody sees what's going on. Shabangu. Because he could play my defensive mid and do a great job. And I could put Shabangu here. Because he's built for center defensive mid. Passing 84. Her passing's better. Does that look better? Or Altani on the bench is crazy though, bro. I might go Altani here. 97. This dribbling is insane, but for Sparks, 89 passing. Man, I can't wait. Once he gets his next thing, he'll probably replace Sparks, his next upgrade. And then Alonso or Altani, man, I'm looking pretty good now. I'm in pretty good shape. Shabangu scares me a bit in the back. I don't know, there's something about her, but we're going to put her there. That's how we're going to roll, guys. We're going to see how it goes. Obviously, we're up near the top, playing against a lot of beasts, but this is where we're going to go with it. So, sorry about that little delay there. However, hopefully that tournament was enjoyable. Hopefully, for anybody that's been hearing and part of like some of that nonsense that was going on, it just goes down as a crazy story in the history of goals. But yeah. It was a great discovery, the 3-5-2. You know what? Screw that. Let's go play real quick. Well, you know what sucks? You know what sucks? I'm trying to look at the time. Man, I wanted to be able to upgrade my damn players. What challenges do I have? Scored 10. 3 out of 5 swaps. In 5 games for basic. 10. Okay. Play 100. A new 100 game challenge. So I like how they keep resetting like that. Yeah, man. I don't know. This game's in such a good... Dude, it's going in such a great direction. We just need to rally behind these devs, and hopefully they can get it done and just finalize some of those few areas to sharpen up. Because obviously it needs to be sharpened. We know that. But I believe that they can change the trajectory of football games and not be like the other devs. That's what we can only hope for. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for checking this out. I'm gonna go eat some food and stuff. It wasn't nearly as long as I wanted. I was ready to go for a while, but now I'm hungry and I'll be back later for sure. But appreciate you. Make sure you leave a like under this video. It really helps out a lot. And stay tuned for the content upcoming. Tomorrow morning we check out Marceau, all of his skill, what it's like playing against him, what I feel like having those type of skill players does for the game. A little breakdown of the net code, which if you don't know about that, that's very cool. It just puts the game head and shoulders above other games with connection, with consistent gameplay. We'll keep looking at more and more players, goals galore highlights. We'll keep our run in the ranked setup. We're sure to come up against some absolute beasts. Some good games are surely ahead. I want to cover these 5v5 tournaments, possibly playing them. I know these guys are absolute monsters in that, and that's a fantastic mode. So much to dive into, even for only an alpha stage. So stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to you guys here shortly. Have a good day. Peace.